this team has a lot of bad luck. It is on the verge of being a championship contender, and here's the things that I believe they need. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Crumble Takes, and on today's episode of these NFL videos that I make, we're going to discuss what the Baltimore Ravens need to be a championship contender. Like, listen, they're on the verge of it. I've seen it over the past years. They're on the verge. They just need some help. A little bit more help, and they're there. They're a championship contender, and they can go out there and go win a ring. So we are going to go discuss what they need today. Now, I just want to say, please drop a like and subscribe so I can continue making these videos, and comment, what do you guys think about the Baltimore Ravens and their bad luck they've had over the years? Now, first thing that the Ravens needed to do was fire their offensive coordinator, Greg Roman, and, well, the day I'm recording this, something funny happened when I woke up this morning. I got a nice tweet from Ian Rappaport. Let's just see what that video is all about.
Release that I'm hitting send on right now comes from his agency, Athletes First, Greg Roman, leaving to pursue other opportunities. Haven't actually read the press release, but I'll go through that right now, considering I just tweeted it. Here's the main thing, Greg. Well,
left their phone number in there,
I would say from. No, it's okay. It's a press release. That's part of what press releases are. After visiting with Coach Harbaugh and huddling with my family, this is from Greg Roman, I've decided that now is the right time to move on from the Ravens so I can explore new challenges and opportunities. I think that is the main thing for Greg Roman. And, we talked about the ripple effect with the Buccaneers firing Byron Leftwich, certainly a huge ripple effect. Greg Roman is part of the reason that Lamar Jackson has had so much success, unbelievable run amongst those two. Now the Baltimore Ravens need a new offensive coordinator.
Alright, so you might be like, why would you guys want to fire Greg Roman? I mean, he's had that help with Lamar all these years. Well, here's the thing, the offense got stale. When Lamar got hurt this year, it was just time to go. There would be times where I would question what this man is coaching and what these plays he was calling. It was just time. It's time to restart with the OC. It's time. This run game thing, I don't think it's gonna work anymore. We're gonna have to pass the ball. We're gonna have to start passing the ball more. So we'll address that wide receiver position next. But it was just getting old with Greg Roman. We needed something new. I knew that he was gonna not return next year as soon as I saw Tyler Huntley sneak the ball in that playoff game. It was sad, that playoff game, how he snuck the ball and it was turned for like a 97-yard touchdown. When we have J.K. Dobbins, we could have run, but that was his call. He called the quarterback sneak instead of just running up the middle with J.K. Dobbins, because that's what Greg Roman likes to do. That's why he's pretty much up out of Baltimore. He just really wasn't really nothing special in my opinion either. All we really did was run the ball. But I think now we got to get out of that. We got to start doing some more things, which I will get that later. Now, another big thing that I'm going to talk about is the head coach, John Harbaugh. Now, some people thought that Harbaugh should have been fired, but in my opinion, I don't think Harbaugh should have gotten fired. He's a great coach, which he didn't get fired, thank God, in my opinion. But I mean, Harbaugh has a 174-95 record with 15 seasons of him being the head coach with the Ravens. He's 11-8 in playoff matchups. Well, now 11-9 with that loss coming to Cincy. He has the best road record too in playoff, and he's won Super Bowl, that being in 2012 against his brother Jim versus the 49ers. I don't think he should have got fired. I don't think he should get fired, which I don't think he is going to get fired. He should stay there. I think this might be one of the coaches in the league who would have to do some atrocious thing. Like, he would have to do something terrible to get fired. Like, in my opinion, he's a great coach. He seems like a great guy, and I think that he needs to stay, and I feel like we have the best chance to win with Harbaugh as head coach. And another thing is, like, if we fire him, who we're going to replace him with? So we might as well, there's no reason to fire him. He gives us the best chance to win, and if he and Lamar can now find us out a new OC, I don't know who that's going to be. I think I would kind of take Brian Leftwich maybe as an OC, because, yes, I know he did bad at Tampa. Let's be honest, Tom's calling all them plays. So I think if we brought Brian Leftwich in, I wouldn't not be that mad, to be honest with you. I think maybe that should probably be our offensive coordinator. But like I said, John, he's a great coach. Seems like a great guy. He gives us the best chance to win. I hope he stays for a little bit while longer. He's been there 15 years. Hopefully he's there 25 years. Alright, after the Greg Roman firing, I think you guys should know that I was going to talk about this. We need to re-sign Lamar Jackson for long term. He gives us the best chance to win in as quarterback. We need him. I know the past 2 years we've had them injury problems, but in my opinion, he's gotten hurt in the pocket. So it's like you can't even blame him on running. I mean, look at Lamar. Like first year 6-1, 2019 13-2, next year 11-4, 7-5. He got hurt. This year we were 8-4. Every year we're looking good, and then he gets hurt, and then it goes a little bit downhill, as you can see. Tyler Huntley does not give us a chance of winning games. We need Lamar Jackson. I mean, he won the unanimous MVP 2019, 2021. He went to the Pro Bowl. He's just been an amazing player for us. I mean, he's led the league in rushing yards for quarterbacks, I think 2 years. I mean, this year he didn't do it, but them 2 years he hasn't done it. But still, we need him back. Okay, like this year he had 2,000 yards throwing and 17 TDs. One time All Pro. We need him, man. Like, there's been some games he's gone electric, like that Miami game this year, 318 yards throwing and 100 yards rushing. Like, that's unheard of. I know we lost, but still. Another thing is the Ravens like blowing leads, but some of that times that's out of his control. I mean, look, we beat the Jets, beat the Patriots. Like, we were doing pretty good. I mean, those are kind of trash teams, but still, the fact is we're doing good. Lamar gives us the best chance to win. We need to re-sign him. That's what needs to happen, and we're all good. They've talked about it. Us as the fans, we've talked about it. We want DeAndre Hopkins on our team. We pretty much do need him on our team. Well, Arizona is gonna looks like to trade him, and now you might be wondering why we need DeAndre Hopkins. Now listen, our wide receiver core this year in this playoff game was Demarcus Robinson, James Porsche, and I don't even know who our wide receiver 3 was. I can't even think about who he was. But yeah, our wide receiver core, terrible. We traded Marquise Brown last year. Duvee and Bateman got hurt. They were out. Those are 2 injuries that really killed us. Yeah. We drafted Likely, which I think we need to start using both of them, him and Andrews, a lot more because they both have great talents, and I think them together is good. But we need DeAndre Hopkins, man. He's an elite wide receiver. And we just need help on that wide receiver. I feel like having him on our team will easily make our wide receiver core 10 times better than it instantly is. Like, I mean, DeAndre Hopkins, he's been elite. He still is elite. I mean, this year in Arizona, he was elite before, he was kind of meh towards the end after Kyler got hurt. But still, man, DeAndre Hopkins, amazing wide receiver, would instantly make that wide receiver core 10 times better the way it is. So that is one of the offseason things I want us to do. I want us to trade for DeAndre Hopkins. We currently hold the 22nd pick in the NFL draft. Now, I don't know if he's going to fall to us, but there's one man that I want the Baltimore Ravens to really draft with this 22nd pick. His name is Jackson Jigma Smith. I'm sorry if I said his name wrong. I'm trying to say it the best I can. Ohio State out of wide receiver. He was a beast. He's a beast. That's really all I should say. He had 300 yards in a Rose Bowl game. Like, he's a monster. Like, having him and DeAndre Hopkins wide receiver core, instantly not a problem pretty much anymore. And then let's say we re-signed Demarcus Robinson, wide receiver 3. And to remember, we still have Duvernay and Bateman. Like, if we had Jackson Jigma Smith and DeAndre Hopkins added to our team would instantly be better. That wide receiver core. Those are 2 things that we need to get. Now, I don't know if he's going to fall to us at 22, but I think if we can't get Jackson Jigma Smith, we should try to go get Quentin Johnson out of TCU or that Addison guy out of USC. One of them 3 guys on our team would instantly make the team better. Personally, my favorite is Smith, but Quentin Johnson and Addison, I'm not complaining about if we got those either, as long as we get a wide receiver. Some people are saying we need to draft a cornerback in the first round, but like I'm going to talk about later, I think we need to just re-sign Peters for now, because I think wide receiver, if we keep Peters, wide receiver should be our biggest problem fixing. These 3 players right here are very key players. 3 key players with us. One is Justin Houston. I think we should try our best we can to lure him back for another year. He had I think 9.5 sacks. He was on fire, but he did have a few injuries to slow him down. I think we should keep him or re-sign him and try and make him not retire. Marcus Peters, a lot of Ravens fans are saying he hurts us more than he helps us, but I think Peters is a great cornerback. He just needs he has that dog, as I should say, he has that dog in him. He really does. I still think we should keep Peters. I think he's a good wide receiver. I mean, not wide receiver, cornerback. I think he's great. And then finally, Calais Campbell. I don't know if he's gonna come back. I think he's gonna retire. But if somehow we could, I'd be like, I know we said one last year this year. One last year this year. You know, if we get put out again, I'm gonna say it again next year. One last year this year. But this is what I believe. Some of the things that I believe to make the Baltimore Ravens a champion contending team. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, comment, check out these other videos I made. They're pretty cool. And see you guys in the next one.